So I got asked if I could just share and break down my Line 6 Helix patch for the Ultimate Queen Medley that we just posted a few days ago. So this is what I'm going to show you right now. I have my Helix edit open, and I'm going to walk you through the signal chain and the amps I used and show you the settings that were used on the Queen Medley. So first of all, I did a dual amp setup. So my first amp is the British Plexi Bright, going into a 4x12 greenback cabinet with a mic with a 57. You can see that it's very close mic. I've got a low cut at around 80 Hertz, a high cut around 10 Hertz, L reflection set to 5%. Now I have programmed some snapshots, which are, as you can see, just controlling the channel volume and the gain. So when I'm going to snapshot 1, the gain is very low, but the channel volume is very high. So it's almost clean. When I'm going to snapshot 2, it's a bit more. It's like a crunch sound. Snapshot 3 is, that was my main rhythm sound I used. And snapshot 4 is full on. That's what I used for innuendo and for Show Must Go On at the end. The same goes with the second amp, which is the placator. I go through the snapshots. So the first one is drive 0, second one drive is at 1, third one drive is at 2, and the last one drive is at 5. This one has a lot more gain than the Plexi, so the gain settings are way different. So let's go on. In this position, directly after the amps, I do have a volume block. And when I go to my snapshot number 5, these get, no, they don't do anything. This is just my volume pedal. I'm just telling you bullshit. These are the volume blocks I meant. These are set to minus 120 dB because so they are actually muting the signal chain here and there. And this other one is also set to minus 20, and they are all set to one button that toggles between these 3 blocks. So this is like my electric signal chain, and this one was used for the acoustic guitar. We plug the mic right into the microphone input, but I didn't use the, I just had the equalizer on and did some, I think, did I do anything here? Low cut, high cut, yeah. Low cut, high cut, as usual. 90 Hertz low cut, 10K high cut. I didn't use the compressor because we thought we would just compress the guitar afterwards. So Martin has the ability to compress it when he was mixing it. That's that. So this kind of toggles between the two signal chains. So when this one is off, so now it's off. This just toggles between both. When this is on, this is muted. When these are on, these two signal chains are muted. I did have a little delay here, but I didn't get to use that one. This is just something I usually, let's go to snapshot. When I turn these on, These are kind of my pet sound, my dreamy sound with a lot of delay. This is something I have in absolutely every patch because I want to have the opportunity to do some spacey stuff. So, but that didn't get used in the Queen Medley. Also the tape echo I have, that's something I added, didn't get used because I only played like rhythm guitar parts, or also wanted to leave up the time-based effects like reverbs and delays up to Martin when he is mixing. So the delays in the patch didn't get used. I have this little reverb, spring reverb set up on both channels. This is just a little bit. So again, I was going for a very dry sound so Martin could just do all this stuff when he was mixing. So most of the time-based effects like reverbs and delays you might hear are purely done in the DAW by Martin when he was mixing. So that's my thing. Also the amps are kind of panned left and right. Not fully left right, it's not a hard pan. But I'll just show you. I'll just turn on this. I hope these are plugged in right. This should be the left channel, but it's plugged into the right channel now, so the sides are flipped. But so one side is this. That's the placator amp that we're hearing now. If I turn that up again to 0 and mute this one. That's the Marshall. So let's turn it up again, and these are both amps together. And also the placator goes into the 4x12 Cali vintage 30 cabinet, also with this 57, also low cut on 80 Hz, high cut on 10K, early reflections set to 6%. And that's just the basic tone I used. And the funny thing is, I just used these two snapshots, 3 and 4, with a lot of gain. And for the parts in like We Are the Champions, where I play like these half clean, these. I just wrote down the volume. So I didn't use all of my snapshots, so I just did it all with the volume and went old school. Also, I have I changed the pickups in my AZ series. These are Fishman Fluence pickups. They are active. I have the battery pack installed in the back. Yeah. So these sound really good. And that's my patch. So I'll upload the patch so you can download it too if you want to. So I also made sure I'm just using the stock IRs, the stock cabinets in the Helix, and no IRs. So you can just recreate the sound if you want to. Yeah, I'm thinking that's it so far with that. But real quick, I'm gonna show you what else went on. So because that's not the only thing, because when we're talking about preparation of these things, let's look at this. This is what my sheet music looks like. You might have noticed that I have an iPad in front of me on the video, and this is where my sheet music is. I just do this in full screen mode. Let's turn this up. So this is what it looks like, what I've written down. I have like some vocal cues, medley rhythms notated with chord changes above, and the way the parts come after each other. It's been 19 pages of sheet music that I had in front of me, and I had to get through. Yeah, that's it. This is I Want It All. The bridge, guitar solo, blah 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 blah, ending, innuendo here, the intro. Here's actually written out parts that I chose to play like they are. I changed that up a bit down here. Then we have the interlude. This is where I switch to the acoustic guitar. That's the acoustic guitar part from here to there. Switch back to the electric part where I play the second voice for Martin's guitar. Yeah. Actually, on the first part, I'm just playing the power chords, and here I'm switching to the melody. Right, then We Are the Champions. I didn't play it exactly like I wrote it down, but that's just what's on the original recording. I also tried to incorporate some of the Brian May. He's orchestrating his guitar parts a lot, so these here are like this is like split up onto two guitar parts. I tried to incorporate it into one guitar part and make it sound like because we didn't want to do any guitar overdubs for that. Yeah, so that's the part I was playing. Don't Stop Me Now is just the lead sheet. And yeah, that's the second voice for the solo in Don't Stop Me Now. So Another One Bites the Dust was like, I just wrote down the single riffs that were there, and we arranged it in the studio and just like made up how often we play it and blah blah blah. Then there's the big part of Bohemian Rhapsody. This is where the magic happens. This is all the guitar parts I'm playing. And here we go to the choir or opera part where you see I have a lot of vocal cues in there, just not to get lost in that stuff. I have it all notated here. That was some intense transcribing work going on in these cascading choir things, because we had to do like additionally record the choirs at home later on, because we couldn't do them live because these are so many voices. So I was just doing this the last weekend. So that's it. Then the last song, Killer Queen, there. This part I also arranged for one guitar. This is like split up to 2 or 3 guitars in the original, and that was the best way I could come up with it, just to fake it. This is also split up on 2 guitars. Usually one guitar plays the upper note, the other guitar plays the lower note, and Martin just plays the main thing. And I had to incorporate that also into one part. And then we have the Show Must Go On thing. That's the keyboard lick. And this is just a regular lead sheet. But that was what I had to, or what I prepared just to get through this session, because I did a video chat with Martin on that, and we just went briefly through all the parts, and I just had to write it down, because there's no way I was just gonna remember just like 23 minutes of music, just like parts I have to play and stuff. Yeah, so that's what went into preparation of the Queen Medley. Hope that gives you some insight of what we had to do to get there, and how we approached that stuff. So hope you dig it. Don't forget to subscribe and leave a message, leave a comment. Let me know what you think. Thank you.